we've had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Denver Broncos. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going.
Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis and Kaimi Fairbairn to get things started. Should be a wet one, a lot of rain. We are underway from Denver. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out of Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. When you look at this Bronco defense, it's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 run.
Williams loses the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
He'll swing this out to Harvey. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing Nix. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs, and they have to officiate block and charge.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Dobbins once more. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Harvey will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And he's going to be touchdown short of a first, and it's fourth down coming up. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. Fourth and goal from the 2. They're going. It's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take the chance on fourth and goal, and it pays off with 6. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Chiefs, nothing. Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, something like that neighborhood.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Second and 4.
Again, it's Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
Nick Bonito
In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Mahomes now to throw.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Mahomes going to fire quickly to Worthy.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the Broncos' 27-yard line.
Now here's Mahomes.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well.
That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Butkus on target.
And we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Nick's going to give to Harvey.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Here's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Up the
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down. 7-7, our score after 1.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 22. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Gets past one man. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Broncos at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Nix to the air. This is caught by McMillan. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw, here's Nix. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Well, back foot throw there is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw is Nix. Oh, no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. First and 10. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
At the 42-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
Incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Finding Williams on the check down. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10. At their own 11-yard
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. Nico Remigio deep for KC. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A quick throw caught by Rice. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's caught right side by Worthy.
A gain of 6. That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. It's Perez. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Hit. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. He'll try to pick it up himself, and he's going to be dumped there, but he does have a 1st down.
It's a gain of 2, and a Kansas City Chiefs.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Mahomes will do it himself. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 8.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Open man right side is Rice. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. So we are deadlocked at the... Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
Harrison Butker.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't
didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now it's Nix. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive in the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at their own 46. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Again, it's Harvey. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing Nix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
At the 43-yard line.
Harvey now on first and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Looking to throw. Nix setting up a screen for Harvey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Working out of the gun is Nix. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The Chiefs offense set to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A big play that time on the catch and run. 31 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And Patrick Mahomes, for all of his artistry and arm angles and what he can do in the short passing game, never forget he's got a cannon as well. He unleashes a big one there, but that time it winds up incomplete.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And out will come the offense as they take over. The football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 51 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Once more with Harvey. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. Well, that one will get him halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
A 51-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And we will remain tied here in this 3rd quarter.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And he'll be pretty well stopped at his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Williams. And a good burn